Hello to the gamers. We just gotta tuck our head down. Too far. I was being sincere, though. We just gotta tuck our head down. We gotta get through this weekly. We recovered a little bit of respectability. It's a bit of a weird start, but let me be like a squeaky submarine. We just got to get through this weekly with a little bit of without our tail being completely between our legs, and then hopefully next week things will be better. 2 ducks, man. What am I gonna do with 2 ducks? Have you lost your mind? By the way, one of the things you never think about. When we were in Hawaii, I did go to the Pearl Harbor historic sites. Very interesting series of museums and monuments. I say interesting in both senses of the word. There were things there that interested me. Like, for example, what I was going to talk about, you know, we went to the submarine museum. We were talking about squeaky submarines. We went to the submarine museum at the Pearl Harbor historic sites. Little things you don't think about. There was an exhibit on how bad the air quality was because everyone on those submarines in the Second World War smoked cigarettes. It was like the air got purple and you started to get choked out after 4 or 5 hours down there with everybody smoking. Holy cow, man, I can't imagine how bad them. I mean, they got other things going on, don't get me wrong, but that must have not been too pleasant. But then also, yes, there was a gift shop that sold Hello Kitty exclusive Pearl Harbor merchandise, which is funny for a multitude of reasons. One of which is just that I thought this was kind of like, we already covered it on stream, but I kind of thought that it was like a somber memorial. I didn't realize that it was just an opportunity for commerce. Not that there's necessarily anything wrong with that, but really everywhere, I don't know. Okay, we know the value of an ox. Our horse is not that valuable, but we're stuck with it for now. Our moth is not that valuable. We're stuck with it for now. A 3/3 ox is actually coming out. Well, this is only for 1 turn, but that's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. We could start to build a foundation on top of this. It's somewhat stable. I would even, let's take a little croissant. I'll even take a salad. I don't even really care what it hits. I do want an eel. We should get rid of our ant the next time we see a pill. Yeah, I'm not going to use a leech to kill an ant. It's just being honest, it's kind of like too much work. For a 1/1 buff, I got to sell something to make space for it. We'd have to play at least 1 round, like, you know, 4 squatted. It's just a lot of work for maybe 0 benefit. Okay, look at this. You beat a sheep team, so you know things are going okay. Eel's getting stronger. Very nice. Very nice indeed. Salad the eel, please. It is what it is. It's not a bad team. We get the ant out of here. Oh no, they got their own ox. Get the ant out of here. Run eel up at the front so it's gaining a little bit of extra attack. Oh, hang on here. I'm sorry. This is way better than a 1/1 buff. It's way better to do it that way, I think. I wish that I could find something to do with you. Gario's kind of okay. You know, I'm going to go a little crazy here. Give me Foam Sword. And then I'm going to have the Gariel pick up the Moth bonus because it has the Melon armor. I would send the second Melon unit out there in a heartbeat, I think. Interesting. Interesting. It's interesting. You could put it in front of the ox. It would still get an extra, like, attack trigger, but I don't know. I feel like this makes some degree of sense. Maybe I didn't sleep well, like, 2 nights ago, and I slept well last night or something, because I feel like I'm seeing the game way better now. Yesterday, I feel like I was getting mighty confused. Today, I'm like, it's totally fine, man. Like, maybe... You never know. You never know. Could be a multitude of different factors. Maybe I had a heavy lunch. Maybe it caused the... Oh, that's a really strong-looking team, honestly. Maybe cause like an insulin spike or something like that. Hang on, it's a strong team, but my team's stronger? I almost can't believe it. I will take my level. I completely think we can afford to run. I mean, the Okapis sorry, the Niala's a given. Sorry, Eel. I also think our stats are so low, we can definitely run a Lioness. Like, we've got so much HP on our squad to work with here. I don't know what we're doing long term. Like, our stats are pretty bad, but it may not take too long for them to get good enough. Oh, I see you got a little rhinoceros going here. Very clever. And an 1130 eel. Holy. Is a level 3. Level 3 eel is very powerful this week. I had one myself once. I recall. We're taking some stats. I know lasagna exists, but it costs 1 to roll. I guess we'd be hoping for... Honestly... I would place you and just run a skip on you. It's unfortunate, but we needed to have a unit, and we wanted to freeze the chocolate, because getting a level 2 Niala, especially with or a level 2 Lioness, but probably a level 2 Niala with the amount of value that's given us in the past. I mean, we got to put some respect on it. That's just a really, I mean, the eel is just crazy. You might say you selling your eel was a mistake, and you may be right. That being said, our eel was not doing what their eel was doing. It was not even a level 2, much less a level 3. Let me get a... I'll still take a foam sword. And I'm just simmering. I am going to take my level. Mongoose is kind of crazy. Pteranodon, actually... I mean, we use Mongoose all the time. Let's mix it up. Pteranodon is basically like a 1-up. As long as you use it appropriately. Strong lads. We ran into the brick frickin' wall, man. Okay, we're on 1 life. Everything fell apart. I am not seeing the board as well as I thought I was. This is where you need to probably unwind the Lioness and go all in. Come on. It's gotta be worth it, though. It's gotta be worth it, though. Okay, we will not be unwinding it yet, but... perhaps in the future. Please don't snipe my Pteranodon early. The team looks goated, man. What happened? Oh, because was there another feint triggered? Did I miss out on another feint? What happened, man? Why did my Pteranodon not summon I got so twisted up I returned the menu. The tomato. What did the tomato shoot? Did I have 2 feint triggers on? I mean, that's an edge case I'm going to forgive myself for. Oh, I'm not forgiving myself for that, though. Man's out here looking positively too squatted. I know what you're going to say. Doesn't exist. I see all your jokes. Gee, Gen Z. Gen Z. Younger millennials, whatever, I don't know. It's so twisted up. Generations are weird. Because, like, all boomers are old. But that's just due to the passage of time. Like, this happened with millennials, too. There were, like, 30-year-old millennials at the same time that there were 15-year-old millennials. So people would make write an article in Business Insider that's like, millennials are killing Applebee's. And you're like, duh, bro. I don't have enough allowance to eat there. Like, there's a big difference, right? Between someone in their 30s and someone who's 15. Gen Z's living through that right now. Anytime I say Gen Z, sometimes people are like, some Gen Zs are 29. And I'm like, okay. And then I say the opposite thing, and they go, some Gen Zs are still 15. And I'm like, okay, I meant whenever I say Gen Z, just assume that I mean people younger than myself, okay? Because if I was going to say millennial, you'd be like, nah, old man. It's not like that anymore. Instead, I say Gen Z, and then the Gen Z is like, according to Wikipedia.org, Gen Z. I don't know, okay? I'm just trying to make you laugh. Everybody just chill out. You see how ridiculous this is? I'm gonna try this. I like this team right now. It's not bad. Might not be incredible, but I don't think it's bad. If we can beat a sheep, we can do anything. Now, what would hit the spot here? It's really hard to not take a jellyfish, but I just did it. Built different. What would really hit hard... I don't really have much interest in this. Is more eels quickly. I think that's the most obvious / likely possible like win condition for us. Is like we just get a level 2 eel early enough. Because you can't really... It's hard to scale an eel in other ways this weekly. It's an interesting setup here. Big doorhead ant can do stuff, man. I'm willing to spend a cookie on that and stick it up your yeah. You kill my ox? That's like my best unit. Like, what have I ever done to you? Foam sword. Note to self. Foam sword. I thought it was washed because it did nothing for me last time. Turns out it's actually goated. Who knew? Hey, bro, the deli called. They want some of their meat back. You know what? They can't have it. I want you gone, by the way. That's why I didn't invest in you. This round is a total wash. We might get lucky. Holy cow, 2 bisons? The good news is bisons are like, that's support for the future. It's not support for the present. The bad news is we're going to lose anyway. They got me beat in all possible timelines. But now we're getting, give me a Niala. We could try something with a rhino. Oh, you can't take both. Okay. Okay, we could try something with a rhino. Sorry to the ox, you just didn't get there. Rhino at the front. It's going to have some moth support. It needs to get a kill. It would be nice if we had garlic and the meat on it. Because garlic and meat, they go nice together IRL as well. But we definitely need to do some killing. Horrible start. Essentially... could not have gone worse. However, hang on. Now, how about you come to the front? You're guaranteed to get a kill. I got Oxus frozen still. I'm not seeing the board as well as I thought I was, man. And this eel is going to be like... I don't even know. We got to get rid of this level 1 moth for sure. Of all the circumstances where you expect to run into a front ox... that was one of them. Okay, well, this is obviously horrible. Why don't you give me melon in 2 turns? That's right. I'm naively taking a long view approach to this. I am thinking that we still have a chance to get to 10 wins. We are presently at 3. This looks bad. Did I do something to offend the game? I feel like I went up, I had a good team, and then I went up against like 4 of the strongest teams I've ever played this weekly, all in a row. Like that was, it came out of nowhere, man. Okay, how about a motherly fuddy-duddy? Like a Tipper Gore type, you know what I'm talking about? Never? Understandable, have a nice day. Some weeklies just fit in your brain, man. I mean, I'll be honest with you, in Super Auto Pets, I am not a cross-sport athlete, apparently. There's some weeklies that fit, and you would think, like, hey, that dude's really good at tennis, he must crush at pickleball. Turns out, for some reason, there's a unique skill set in pickleball, and I can't seem to grok it, you know? I could Rafael Nadal with you as the day is long, but I can't name a pickleball player, to be honest, so I don't know where we're going with that one, but... if I could, I would not be able to do what they do. So I'm resorting to old tactics. I'm going Leech Peacock. I just lost to a big Peacock, so I'm going Jim Benning mode. I'm going to try to build the team that just beat us. By the time that team gets built, There will be a new model, and that team will beat us. And we're like, oh, okay, our team's too speedy. We got to go with a fast team now. And then all of a sudden, we dismantle our speedy skill guys. We get a bunch of truculent 6'4" stay-at-home defensemen who used to play for the Kingston Frontenacs that shall remain nameless. And then we make it to the second round of the playoffs. We get beat by a skilled team, and we were like, we got to sell all these big lads and start running skilled guys again. And you're like, yeah, but we just traded away our skilled guys. What are we doing here? It's a bit of a Looney Tunes 4 squad, but I really wanted, I wanted something like this. Hi, Tomo. Maybe it's best to get the scaffolding set up early, and then we can figure out the rest over time. Wait a second. Krusty Jugglers, you paid. You paid the toll after you, like, just to be honest, after you crushed me last attempt. I don't really want any of these units. For one turn, I'll take an ant and send it out there. You think salads? An increasingly desperate voice. You guys think salads are the secret sauce this week? I'll happily take my draw. Hello, Tomo. Hello. It's kind of a not the strongest pill you're ever gonna find, but see, now we're talking. You don't really need to level, but we could do worse probably. Like, one way to do worse is by running half squatted instead of just buying a sheep, which would actually like be pretty useful. I do have a bad habit of like, if a lower tier unit doesn't show up on level up, then I choose to completely ignore it. You'll hear me say stuff like, oh, this is way too late for like X unit, when it's literally the first time they can show up except for a level up. I acknowledge that. That's baked in there somewhere. Okay, for now, I'm cooking up something. You already have a melon, but an ox in position 2 is really nice because then it'll get 2 triggers from the deaths that happen. It gets 1 here, and then it also gets 1 there from the doorhead ant. And then, I don't know what the next phase of the plan is, but it worked against Krusty Jugglers, so what can I say? Take your level. Take your level. Niala is a given. You could get 2 triggers from the back, too. You know what? Why not? Surprise final position ox. We got to do something about this peacock, though. It's not looking great from a health standpoint. You know what? Maybe this peacock would be the perfect benefactor of a mongoose that gives coconut armor. Something I've not experimented with this week. I don't see much of this being too useful, honestly. I wish I did. Mongoose? Boar is an interesting idea, the boar. Just my polite way of saying, I don't know about all that. Wow. We're looking for more Nialas, really, more than anything else. We got 1-ups coming in 2 rounds. Trying to buff the peacock just a little bit, you know, keep its HP up there. Leech might be able to go too, has kind of served his purpose. The heck was that? Big groundhog? See, these teams are so much worse than the teams that we went up against when we were like on lethal last time. And I'm not just saying that because we're losing. Kind of tempted to... A Pteranodon is like a 1-up that's less reliable. And takes up space on the squad. And doesn't have good stats. And shows up a tier later. But I'm sure in many ways it's got positive stuff going for it. I don't know what that positive stuff is, of course, but... Not surprising. Team basically rinsed us in every single way you could imagine. You're gone, though. I may or may not buy the Pteranodon. Not buying an Ox. Not buying a Doorhand. Definitely buying a 1-up. I think you're gone. Honestly, even though you got 16 HP, you're gone. And this is... This is the squad we sell the Ox. We freeze tier 1s. Oh, baby! This is our squad. Now, if there is a god, they will let us... Oh, son of a bitch. That's not gonna work. You have to go 4 squad, and we ran into this exact problem before. So sick of getting dunked on by these freaking mascots in the back, too, man. Freeze your tier 1s. Sell the Pteranodon. Pteranodon is not getting the job done. You got the 1-up. You just got to level up the Niala at some point, possibly, although your biggest priority is going to be leveling up everybody. Okay, this is totally fine. For the moment, it's probably better to have 2 Nialas out there. Freeze your tier 1s. We're not on super lethal yet, okay? Big crab. Big crab, big leech. Hang on. Just when I thought I was out, I pulled me back in. It's always dragon, man. So I keep rubbing my nose. Tomo came over. I feel like I've had cats for too long to not know when they shed. Anytime a cat sheds, everybody just says, oh yeah, it's that time of year. Like, is this some kind of in-joke? They're always shedding. They're always like shedding a spring coat to grow a winter coat, or shedding an autumn coat to grow a spring coat. Like, there's cat hair everywhere. It gets stuck because I got so much coarse sandpaper type facial stubble. It gets stuck in it like Velcro. It's driving me crazy, man. Dude needs to go bald already. I think this is A-okay. I don't know if we're angling for a 10-piece. I honestly don't know if a 10-piece is even the sort of thing that I should be entertaining the thought of anymore. Maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe we should be happy with 7. It is a Friday. It's like the worst day to record SAP videos, without a doubt. Take me back to Monday, please. Monday. Remember those? All my troubles were so far away. Scaling 50-50, head empty. I remember Monday. Yeah, we're cooked. This is the most frustrating weekly for me in a while, too. And it's for completely selfish reasons. It's so annoying being cooked by, like, a diverse array of teams. It's way better when it was just like, oh, you got, like, Peacock Leech, and I'm like, you're just luckier than me. Now I'm getting cooked by, like, every team that beats me has a completely different makeup. And I'm like, wow, it turns out I'm just garbage. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Can't imagine why you did, though. But I'll see you next time. Later.